Yo, what is good? So this was my second ranked game of the season, and this was a great team. I was so happy playing with these people. We had no comms. I used my mic once, and that was only when I got the knock on the guy in the window. I just wanted to give the critical information that the guy knocked upstairs, just so everyone was on the same page. Now, like I say, this is a really great example of how to play as a team, and it will emphasize the importance of when to disengage. Now, there was a time when my teammate disengages, and he played it brilliantly, and I was so happy to see it. I was like, please, please, in my head, thinking, don't charge back in that house, or don't hang around, like move away, find somewhere new. Unfortunately for him, where he did push away, and this will happen a lot, you might push into another team, but you've already bought yourself the time. So we come back, he does die, and instead of landing straight back on where he died, we were already going to reposition ourselves back at the loadout and then relocate back to him. But like I say, he died before we got back there, and we land on the roof. Teammate played a brilliant play by distracting with the chopper. I jump out, I get the kill, and unfortunately for us, another team pushes down off the hill. I can hear that we've got a team below us, and there's a team pushing down the hill towards us. In my head, I'm already thinking, this is a bad situation. I don't know how many people are under me, and we could get pinched here. So already in my head, I'm thinking I may need to disengage. And sometimes you're going to have to take action and be the person ready to disengage in the fight. Now, in my head, in that split second, I'm like, well, let me see if I can get some critical damage on the team pushing down, because if I can, that's going to stop them in their tracks. If we get one knock, it will swing in our favor, and maybe the team below us will shoot at that team. It didn't work out that way, so like I say, I had to disengage. Now, I don't just run off and like totally not check what's going on. You'll see that when I disengage, I still pay attention to the person chasing me, and I put critical damage onto that person before I can safely run away and find a new place. And you'll notice when I've disengaged in that fight, I'm trying to look for chests and open even the medic boxes. They'll reduce the time down and get your teammates back quicker. And when they come back, they do the smart thing and they relocate to a new area. Now, it's also my priority to get back to my team, and you'll notice I've got a lot of footsteps going on around me, and instead of just run back to them, I managed to get an easy pick, and then I'm still listening for the audio of, is anyone else pushing me? And then I will safely get back to my team, and I do that. And although I'm running out in the open, you might think, I know all the teams are either in that building behind me or down low, and on the right hand side I'm using the cliff as my cover, and as soon as I get to near the buy station, I jump down, and I know I've got the wall, I've got that building, or I can go into the tent. So I'm always thinking what's around me, that if someone starts shooting at me when I'm in the open, how can I break their line of sight? So like I say, the importance of using objects or routes where you can reposition and reframe fights and keep safe is very important, especially in the higher ranks. It's not so much in the lower ranks, but as soon as you start getting into the platinum 1s, 2s, platinum 3, it is so much harder than the first 2 levels in platinum, because you'll sort of get the backlog of people that are really good solo queue players, but they won't always get the desired results to progress. And then you'll get people that don't play much, and they're really, like, there is no bad players at that sort of level. To get into diamond, I wouldn't say there's much difference between the plat 3 and 4 once you're in diamond. Obviously, as you progress even higher, they're usually just 3 stacked players. There's not many. You'll get the odd SoloQ player, don't get me wrong, but they're generally going to be 3-stack players. And the advantage that gives you, if you've got comms and you're playing with people that you know and you regularly play with, obviously that's going to give you a great advantage, because you're going to know what guns each other's using, you're going to know each other's play styles. And that's another point I want to make. Like, I will always adapt my play style to how my team's playing, and I do it even in pubs, because I play to win as opposed to just go and get, you know, high kills and run around and ruin everyone's experience in that game. So some games I'll have to be more patient and sit back, and then other games I'll notice my teammates are pushing and I'll be right there with them. So it's being adaptable, and not like I played a game earlier and like the teammate who's just, oh my teammates are shit, like had 0 damage, kept landing in, this wasn't in a ranked match, this was in a pub match, had 0 damage on the board, zero kills, kept landing in the worst places, not with us, and then going, oh my teammates are terrible, fucking and I'm just thinking in my head, mate, it's you, it's not your teammates. Everyone else had kills, everyone else is working together. So then he gets knocked on top of the roof and he's like, no one's fucking rezzing me. Like, why is anyone gonna cut? We're in a resurgence mode in a pub match. Why am I gonna come up to the top of some building, get shot just to res you? So it's it's like, instead of always thinking your teammates are bad, you've got to think, how can I get the best out of my teammates, or how can I be the best for them? And like, in pubs do whatever you want, but in ranked it's quite important to, like, you know, it's a annoying, stressful grind if you're trying to rank up, and the last thing you need is just teammates that are just not working together. And I will post some footage of examples of bad teammates, because straight after this match I had really bad teammates and I actually turned on my mic and lost it. I'm never toxic, but like I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, seriously, use your fucking brain. I've just bought a loadout, I'm totally safe. You've landed back on that team twice and died. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're making it so hard for me to stay alive. And yeah, it can be really annoying, but I don't want to go on too much. And like I say, this is just to try and help new players that haven't really played ranked much, or even the game that much, and they're interested in playing ranked. Like, if you watch this through the whole way, you'll really see how you approach gunfights, how you use cover, and how you disengage, and how you can reframe fights to your advantage to stay in the game and get better SR return for your time. Because all it comes down to is time on the grind. Like, the more shittier matches you have, the more SR you lose as you go higher in the ranks, and it's the more time you have to spend to try and get it. Like, it's a counterproductive cycle. But I am going to shut up, and I hope this is helpful to some people. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.